Because you can't just
have
go
that
there
black
alone.
side come out now.
When I think of the average black girl, I think of Zendaya. When I think of the average black girl, I think of Mariah Carey. When I think of the average black girl, when I sit down and I really think of someone who looks like me, and the majority of the students at my predominantly black school, and I really think of the average black girl, I think of a Halsey. Does that sound convincing? You see, I saw somewhere, somebody said that colorism, Featurism, Texturism is when Hollywood and other big platforms and medias I'm not even gonna give you the chance to do it. All of those issues that heavily affect the black community, those are perpetuated when Hollywood cast the people like the Tracy Ellis Ross, the Yara Shahidis, the Zoe Saldanas. Is when they cast people like that instead of casting a homogeneously black girl. Like, why can't y'all ever just cast people that are fully black? No, not their mom is mixed. And I'm talking about mixed as in they contain another race other than black, which they have in them, because mixed is more than just black and white, because there's more than just black and white people in this world. And seemingly whenever someone refers to as a biracial person, a mixed person, a racially ambiguous person, they always have to have black and white in them. But that's another story. But anyways, why can't y'all ever just cast someone that's fully black? One black dad, one fully black mom. No, not one parent is Asian. No, their grandmother is not white. No, both of their grandparents are white. One parent is white. Everybody is the color of this background right here. And then that one kid, that one main protagonist, which centers around the life of the average teenage black girl, is this color. My color. Because if they can't get like a racially ambiguous looking person to play or portray a black girl, they will get somebody my color. And their hair, don't forget about the hair. They'll throw in, if their natural hair isn't, of loose curl texture, you better believe they're gonna give her a wig, or they're gonna give her some type of extensions that make her seem exotic or different. She has a little something in her. She's not all the way black. That's annoying. And what's crazy to me is, you have the question, if there is a solid black female, both parents are black, and especially if she's dark skinned, you know what I'm saying? Not even just that color, like darker than that. And she has Eurocentric features. She has a slimmer nose. Her lips aren't as full as the quote-unquote stereotypical black girl. Then she's certainly mixed with something, right? You're sitting up here, if you see somebody as a Halsey, you're not going to think of them as a black person immediately right away anyways. If you look at Mariah or a Zendaya, you're not going to think of them as they're fully black. But they're certainly black enough to cast as a representation of an entire group of people and an entire race of people. Dear Hollywood, dear big social media platforms, why can't y'all ever just find, because there's plenty of them out there. It's not hard to find a black girl with talent that can act, that can model, that can portray black girls as a whole accurately. That's insane to me. It's like the only representation of a black girl we can get, she has to have, quote unquote, the kinky hair. Like a Sasha from Bratz, when like they were younger, she had her hair in a football. Black girls had to look like that. You know, and if we do get a lighter skinned female, she has to be racially ambiguous. She has to be mixed with something. We can't get a homogenous, lighter skinned black female. And that's the thing. Light skin as well, that refers to lighter black people. Light skin does not refer to cream colored Latinas. Light skin does not refer to the Danny Lees, however you pronounce her name, the Woodstocks, as Paris Milan would say. A light skin does not refer to them. That refers to a lighter black person. You are just a black person that has lighter skin, a light skin. Same goes with yellow bones and red bones. This opens up the gateway to, do you believe that mixed people that have black in them, because again, America is just more than black and white, do you consider them as black? Do I consider a person that has multiple races within them, that's mixed, that is, they don't fit into one category, do I consider them as one category? The simple answer to this question is yes and no. Because at the end of the day, a person, say for instance, is someone that's just white and black, you know? If they want to consider themselves as fully black, that's fine. And at the end of the day, you have to respect that because they have the semi-right to do so. You know, especially if they're phenotypically looking like, quote unquote, a black person, then of course you have to respect that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like they're lying. It's not like they're being a Rachel Dolezal. I mean, they have it in them. But my only issue with this is when it comes to pandering and hopping the fence when convenient. Because some, not gonna lie, like some mixed people out here, they'll claim black when it's beneficial to them. And other days when our issues are being discussed, when we're being targeted and attacked out here, you know, oh, well, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not fully black, or these issues don't affect me because I'm so-and-so. It happens, then that's real. There's people out here like that. So to say that I believe that Zendaya is black, to say that I believe that Mariah Carey is black, that also opens a whole portal to another question, to other circumstances, because you have black people out here telling mixed people that they are black. Let's just take me, for example. My mom is black, my dad is white. I claim myself as a black and white person, a multiracial person, someone who does not necessarily fit in one category, but can apply it to each. My peers get a hold of this. Well, Rihanna, you're black. You know, you're so-and-so is black, you're black. No, I'm not. I'm black and white. I'm mixed. I'm proud to be mixed. Oh, well, you're a self-hater. You're a coon. How am I self-hating? I'm just stating a fact. My dad is white and my mom is black. And I'm proud of who I am, and I'm proud of, you know, where my parents come from. I'm proud of my races. Okay, so you're ashamed to be black. You're not claiming your black side. No, I am claiming my black side, but I'm not fully black. You know, that's how some people sound. You have black people out here holding guns to these people's head, and they're forcing them to choose a side when that's really mentally damaging. You know, someone, especially if they're not really aware of their self yet, like if they haven't found themselves, some people actually have cultural and race identity crises because of stuff like this. They're being forced. So I'm very well aware of the issues and the internal struggles that some mixed people have, especially regarding fitting into certain areas and certain groups. Yes, I am very well aware. But at the same time, they do have their own circle. They have their own group. Because if we were to mix blue and red together, would you consider purple just blue? Do you consider purple just red? Or how about white and pink? Sure, pink is a lighter shade of red, but do you consider pink just red? No, it's its own color. And therefore, it creates its entire own group, its entire own sets of colors that derive from pink. You have hot pink. You have light pink. These are two different pinks that I'm wearing. These are two different pinks. These are three different pinks. That's the different pink, this candle. That's a hot pink, and this candle right here. That's a different pink, and this dream catcher. And, you know, I don't know if y'all can see it, but that's a different color pink right there. So when Hollywood and these other big platforms, and anyone for that matter, for someone to continuously cast someone that can fit in multiple categories, and as a black person, period, that's an insult to me. Because I'm not allowed to just one day pick a certain race that I want to be, especially if I'm lighter, because, you know, the lighter you are and the more Eurocentric features that you have, the better chances you have of blending in when convenient. Someone like a Mariah Carey, she has Eurocentric features. You know, she doesn't have the fuller lips or the fuller nose, but if you give her some box braids, if you know, give her some kinky hair real quick, put on some makeup, fill her lips up, she will definitely seem blacker, quote unquote, blacker than what she is. That's the issue. That's the issue. A Coco Jones or a Keke Palmer, someone like a Kelly Rowland, it's not easy to do that. And that's a whole different situation. You know, that's a whole nother conversation. You have the lighter biracials, the mixed people, that you see as a Jasmine Dubois from Boondocks. And then you have the biracials and the mixed people that can actually pass as a black person. You wouldn't, if you were to look at, that's the reason I asked that question at the beginning of the video, because if you were to look at a Zendaya or a Halsey, you wouldn't even know that, you know, you would probably think, maybe they might have some black in them, but you wouldn't consider them as a fully black person. But someone like a Tracee Ellis Ross, someone like a Barack Obama, yeah, they seem like fully black people to me. You know, that's also a bias that this conversation has. So I don't know. That's the reason I'm always respectful of people's beliefs. You know, if you want to claim yourself as black, that's fine. But at the same time, if they want to claim themselves as white, you can't really. That's the reason why you can't claim them as. You can't just identify someone for them, especially if they're telling you what they are. You know, it's a proven fact of what they are. You can't. What do you look like telling someone like a Zendaya Coleman, no, you're white? Well, at the end of the day, she still can claim that, you know, she's black. She's proud of her black heritage. She's proud of her black roots. And she's openly said this, and she's openly stated stuff like this as well. But I got off track just that quick. But what I was saying was, you know, you have the lighter biracials, and then you have the darker ones. Someone like a Tracee Ellis Ross, a Yara Shahidi, she's always being casted as a fully black girl. She's always being portrayed as the average black teenager, though that's their go-to. Someone like an Amandla Stenberg, they're always grabbing her. I'm sorry y'all for the stuttering. I couldn't think of her name real quick, but yeah. And you know, some people have like gave her flag because around the time of Black Panther coming out, you know, she said some comment about she didn't audition or something because she wanted to make room for other actual black or darker skinned girls or something like that to actually have a chance. And people took that and they were like, okay, well, you're getting a little cocky. Like, first of all, you didn't even get the role. Like, so you're not really doing anything for them. But I get what she was trying to say, because it's around that time anyways. You know, she was shoved down our throats as like a black girl, and casting her as someone like me. She's just a lighter skinned black girl. And, you know, it probably did go to her head. So she felt as if, oh, well, if I audition, they might grab me quicker than they will a black girl. She probably did. Hey, when Hollywood keeps casting these people for the average black girl, it's extremely damaging to the actual image of one. When I think of Hollywood actors and actresses that play the typical black teen, I think of a China and McClain. I think of Sierra and Lauren McClain. I think of Chloe and Halle Bailey. Another example of this would be when, you know, back when that whole thing, when Serena Williams, the tennis player, she had a tournament against like I think she had a tournament against Naomi Osaka, and she's black and Korean or something like that. And when she lost, everyone all the racists took that and ran with it. They said she was bitter and angry because she broke her racket. You know, they're always giving Serena Williams flack for little reasons. And Naomi Osaka, she wasn't taking up for Serena like that. She wasn't about to bring heat on herself. You had people out of the country and their newspapers and stuff portraying Naomi Osaka as some victim, some white woman at that. They were making her lighter skinned, and she's not that. She's darker than me. Her and her folks, for the most part, I believe. But you know, it's always. I thought they were black though. I thought she was black because when Naomi makes her mad, when Naomi makes them mad, oh, trust and believe she's gonna be a you know what then, a big N with a hard ER. So it's a game with these people. They're always going to find the whiter. They will cast somebody that looks like me quicker than they will someone that looks like a Coco Jones just because of my skin color. I'm just right for them. But trust and believe I'll be black at the end of the day if they have the option to choose someone that's lighter than me. But they have to appeal to the black people as well because, okay, well, at the end of the day, they're not fully black, but they're black enough. See, it's always about being black enough. It's always about being black enough. We're pawns, especially the racially ambiguous ones. That's all for this video, and you know, I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope I broke it down good enough to where it wasn't like a full in-depth explanation of Featurism, Texturism, and Colorism, but I will be putting those definitions in the description of this video along with some other links to other videos that fully explain it, because this wasn't the video for that. This video was mainly to shed light on how Hollywood and the media as a whole is when it comes to the skin tones and the looks of the average black girl. So yeah.